Simple is simplify processes, amplify results. Simple is.
Welcome to this webinar series which we are going to discuss about the Indian legal education system. This webinar is going to be a comprehensive guide for international LLM programs who are extending their outreach towards India. And this is going to assist them in understanding the whole Indian legal education system. Apart from that, it is going to also assist them in understanding about the whole Indian legal setup. All these important factors are going to assist them in having their outreach program successful by incorporating all the essential elements which will be required to have a good amount of communications with all the LLM aspirants who are willing to pursue LLM programs from abroad. So in this webinar, we are going to systematically move forward, and we are going to first initially discuss about the important jargons that are there. Then we will be moving forward. I would request Aline to kindly move forward to the next slide. Okay, so as you can all see in this presentation, we are going to have a tabular comparison of the Indian and American legal jargons and the co-linguals. Post which we are going to have an overview of the Indian legal system and the legal educational framework for pursuing LLM in India. This is going to assist all the international institutions in understanding that what are all the things that an LLM aspirant has gone through and have secured before becoming an aspirant of LLM program. Then we will obviously be assisting and analyzing the challenges that has been faced by the Indian law graduates in securing LLM admissions. This is going to be a very important point of discussions because this is going to assist all the international institutions in formulating a campaign which they can use these points to extend their outreach for these institutions. Apart from that, we will obviously be providing them the foreign institutions with the opportunities that how they can attract students seeking international exposure and specialized education. So with this, I would again like to welcome you all in this webinar, and let's continue and let's start with the tabular comparison of Indian and American legal jargons and co-linguals. So as you can see over the screen now, we're going to discuss about the tabular comparisons. So there is a specified list that we have created in order to assist all the international institutions in order to make them acquainted by the common jargons that has been used by the Indian students, which might have a different meaning in their native countries, but in India, they might have an entirely different concept. And that is what we are going to discuss in this particular comparison. Aline, can you please move to the table sheet? So, my dear viewers, as you can all see that there is a slight difference in the jargons that has been utilized in India as compared to America. In America, when you talk about getting a law degree, it is often called as JD or Juris Doctor. But when you compare it with India, it is termed as LLB. The same goes in regards to the other relevant informations. But these are not limited here. This is not exhaustive here. We will be just moving and navigating to the next slide, which you will be seeing a different ideologies and word set that has been used in India. Arun, can you please move to the next slide? So this is a very common word that has been used in India in academic fields from a very long period of time, and that word is pass out. So as you all know, in USA, pass out means to faint or to lose consciousness. But on the contrary, when you talk about Indian setup in academic field, to graduate from schools or colleges is also called as pass out. So please don't get confused when you are interacting with students and students say that I have passed out in 2023 or 24. It specifically means that they were graduated in that particular year. In the same manner, there are other words that you can view and you can understand that would be helpful for you in communicating with all these LLM aspirants. For example, if you talk about the first floor, In India, the first floor is the floor which is above the ground floor, that is one floor above, and in USA it is considered to be the ground floor level. In the same manner, if you say out of station, so out of station means going out of the own town or from the usual residence. But in India, it means that if you are out of your home, out of your residence, then also it is termed as out of station. So all these terminologies are going to be very much helpful for you to remove the barriers of communication whenever you are going to communicate with all these LLM aspirants. Moving forward, Aline. Okay, so now after understanding all these important jargons that can be very much helpful for all the international LLM institutes, now we are navigating towards the Indian legal system. This is going to assist you in understanding and having a hands-on experience as to how the Indian legal system actually works. And you can obviously compare it with the current legal system that is incorporated in the US. It is going to assist you in making the LLM aspirants understand that what exactly are the terms that they have to use when if they are willing to move forward, and how the LLM institutes can also understand that what type of work these LLM aspirants have already completed. For instance, if an LLM aspirant claims that I have worked in districts and sessions court, so LLM institutions will obviously will not be able to understand that what type of work they have actually completed. So in order to again assist them in understanding that what exactly is the communication that has been done from the students' side, we are going to assist you in understanding the Indian legal system as well. So, exploring the Indian legal system, as you all know, that the Indian legal system is a complex framework comprising of various laws, codes, and legal practices. So we have in not less than 25 high courts, along with one apex court that is known as Supreme Court. And then you have plethora of district courts and metropolitan courts, which have subsidiaries with the name of principal session judge. Then you have metropolitan judge and other judges that are there in order to help resolve the dispute. And whenever any student has completed their graduation, they are mandatorily asked to go for an internship, where which they use these platforms to understand that how the mechanism and how the legal system of India is actually working. So this is going to be helpful in understanding that if a student claims that I have been working in in an administrative tribunal, so the LLM institutes that are going to be here will be able to understand in a much efficient manner that what exactly are the fields that they have worked for. So I will be just showing you a sheet where which a pictorial representation where all the hierarchy of the codes are there, so that you can understand that what exactly is the structure of Indian legal code system. So as you can see over the screen, the topmost court is considered to be the Supreme Court, which is also considered to be the interpreter of the Constitution. Apart from that, the safeguarding of the fundamental rights of the citizen. Not only this, the hierarchical structure includes the high courts, the districts and session courts, metropolitan courts, labor courts, family courts, and all those courts that has just been reflected over this particular screen. So you can have an hands-on experience in understanding that if an LLM aspirant informs that I have been working in income tax tribunal, so you can obviously understand that he is working in a tribunal which is not exactly a court, but rather an alternative dispute resolution mechanism that has been incorporated in India, which is going to assist their caliber. And obviously, you can help them understand that how LLM programs from your perspective institutions are going to be helpful in shaping their career in future aspects as well. So this particular sheet you can obviously view and understand, and then we will be moving and navigating towards the next set. Ayn, can you please move to the next slide? So Now, after understanding the Indian legal system and the hierarchy of the courts and the setup, we need to also understand that is it actually very necessary for students who have completed their graduation to move forward and pursue post graduation, that is LLM also. So the records and the data has given us surprising numbers to understand that in India, there has, even after having this complex legal system, still India face a lot of backlogs in regards to the cases. If you can see, in 2023 itself, over 1.35 crores cases were filed, adding about 60,000 new cases daily. So a rough figure of 60,000 new cases coming up daily always requires a systematic and specialized approach to solve these sort of cases. But unfortunately, because of the lack of exposure and infrastructure and other various problems, India still lags behind in providing a very systematic and efficient mechanism where which all the aspirants, maybe who are advocates, who have specializations, are not able to efficiently represent their clients. Therefore, it has given us an alarming need of formulating a mechanism where which they can get these specialization. And outreaching programs like this is going to be a very much helpful mechanism in order to combat this particular problem. In 2021 itself, Niti Aayog has, this is the planning commission, that is a statutory authority which provides that what exactly is the goal of the countries and how the financials will be developed, has given this report which says that it will take around 300 years to clear the backlog at this rate, if obviously there is no special incorporation or the thing that has taken place. So moving forward, a recent 2020 Bar Council of India. So now the Bar Council of India is a statutory authority which governs whole legal system, whether it is in regards to the curriculum that has to be designed for the law students, whether after graduation, how the students will be enrolled in the Bar Councils. All these relevant information is passed through the Bar Council of India. And accordingly, Bar Council of India has given a report that there is a critical need for training professional in areas like international arbitration and IPR laws, because the companies are incorporating arbitrations on daily basis in their agreements and memorandums, and there is a special need to cater advocates and lawyers who are having specialization, not only specialization but efficient specialization in the fields of arbitration. And that is how these outreach programs can assist in providing these type of specializations moving forward. Again, in the 2020 NJA survey revealed that taxation laws and other areas which are, which require specializations, has helped in reducing 25% of the case backlogs that was in the income tax appellate tribunal, which gives us a significant number that specialization can obviously assist in significantly reducing the number of cases that are being incorporated in India on daily basis. Moving next. Now, again, this is a 2021 Niti Aayog or Planning Commission's report, which says that there is an urgent need of cyber laws, international trade laws, and in aligning the India's legal process with global best practices, leading to the most efficient tribunals. So the question now arises is that this mechanism of getting specialization and then resorting to the Indian legal setup, how is it going to be helpful for the international LM institutes? The current Indian market has lots of aspiring LM candidates who are willing to enroll themselves in institutions which are going to provide specializations which can assist them in catering a better career and shaping their career. And because of the lack of efficient infrastructures and institutions, it has been observed that students often are willing to study abroad and get those specializations, which after getting they can obviously come back and utilize those specialization in order to remove this backlog and in order to shape their career in a much better manner. So in promoting LLM specializations from international institutions may reduce delays and improve case outcomes in India. And this is not the statement which has been given randomly. This is the statement of Niti Aayog, which is the Planning Commission of India. Now, after understanding that what exactly is the need of the LLM programs, we will obviously try to understand that what exactly is the setup of Indian legal education, so that all the LLM institutions can have first-on experience that what exactly a candidate has completed and has achieved after which he has given his acceptance towards securing a seat in LLM programs. So we are going to comprehensively define the whole process of a student who has just completed his high school or has completed his graduation, that is LLB, and is now willing to pursue LLM program. So as you see that there is a growing market for LLM program in India, which can be seen through this particular report, that every year over 70,000 students appear for exams like CLAT, PG, and ALET. So I would like to inform you here that CLAT is a statutory examination, a national level examination that is being conducted for securing a seats in the premier national law universities. So around 70,000 students on every year sit for this examination. But unfortunately, because of the lack of the number of the seats, which is precisely around 2,000 number, majority, around 90% of the students are left dragging behind without getting a seat in these premier institutions. And accordingly, a survey of by QS World Ranking found that India ranks among the top countries sending students abroad from LLM program, with over 12,000 students pursuing legal studies internationally each year. The reason I have already provided to you, because of the lesser number of the seats, more aspirants. So it is a clear-cut example of the demand and supply, because of because of the lesser infrastructures and the institutions. The students are willing to move forward and study abroad. So now we are trying to understand the Indian legal education system, because it is going to be very much helpful for all the LLM, all the international institutions, because that is going to help you in understanding that what exactly a student has achieved so far. We are going to start from the process of their registration for these competitive examinations, and how they have to go through the rigorous process in order to get a seat in these premier institutions. So if you are willing, if you are an Indian citizen and an aspiring LLM candidate who wants to pursue LLM in India, the first and the foundational thing that he has to do is to get a degree which will be known as a 5 years integrated LLB program or 3 years LLB program. Both these degrees are the pathways for the students to pursue LLM in future. So in order to be eligible for securing a seat in LLM programs, the student first and foremost has to ensure that they have a degree of 3 years LLB program or a 5 years LLB program. Apart from that, they should also be securing a minimum marks to 50 to 55%, and 40 to 45, 40 to 50% if they are from the reserve category. And then obviously they are supposed to sit in these competitive examinations like CLAT and ALET in order to secure a seat. Now, application process for enrollment in LLM program is is going to be very much helpful for the international institutions, because they can understand from these application processes that what are the rigorous approach the institutions in India follow, and through which all these aspirants has to go through in order to secure a seat. Meaning which all these candidates, all these LLM aspirants are very much curious, and they are just looking for opportunities from any source in order to get an opportunity where which they can pursue LLM, which can ensure that they have a bright future ahead. So we are going to navigate through the application process of enrollment in LLM through all the competitive examinations like CLAT and ALET, and then we will subsequently analyze that how the remaining candidates are interested in pursuing LLM from the private organizations, which are going to be your target points, which is going to assist you in incorporating that these are the places where which you are going to and giving your outreach, so that you can have a positive impact on the current legal market of India. So this is the LLM entrance process in India, and this is just to explain to all of you that how rigorous the entrance examination process is there in India. First, the student has to complete 3 years or 5 years LLB program, post which he has to register for these entrance examinations, which obviously carry a hefty fees. And after that, they are no, they are supposed to sit for these examinations, which are conducted either online and offline, post which a result is declared. There is a cutoff list that is displayed on the websites of the CLAT consortium. It is then, after the counseling and selection of the colleges, a seat is allocated, and after post the verification of the documents and payment of the fees, finally a student who has secured a seat after this rigorous process and after qualifying for the statutory level examinations is giving an opportunity to sit for LLM program in national level institutions. Now again, I would like to inform that this is only for the special 2000 candidates who are able to secure the seats in these competitive examinations. But as we have informed earlier, the total number of aspirants that in every year are willing to pursue LLM stands for more than 70,000, which means that the bulk 90% are still finding a place, willing to find a place where which they can get themselves enrolled and pursue LLM program. So the first and the biggest challenge that the problems that we as LLM aspirants face is the obviously the lesser number of institutes that are there. Apart from that, less exposure and outdated curriculums. All these problems actually causes a hindrance in order to secure a good seat for LLM programs. And that is why students are more than willing to pursue these opportunities of studying abroad and shaping their career in the fields of law. So the challenges and the opportunities why students are looking for pursue LLM abroad, as there is a report that has provided that there is an increasing demand for LLM program, and because of the increasing demand, often the companies are in their job description has clearly mentioned that they want a law student, the law graduates who have completed LLM also, in order to get a simple job in India. That's why LLM is so in demand as of now in India, and all the aspirants are looking forward for any opportunity that they can grasp in order to pursue LLM from a reputed institution. So obviously, LLM aspirants or LLM law students face a lot of issues. And as you can see, that there is a survey that was conducted by the QS World Universities, which found out that 35 of the Indian law students aim to pursue their LLM from abroad, that is from US and UK. And what exactly is the reason for the same? The reason, as has been displayed in front of you as of now, it is obviously the very first reason is the outdated curriculum. In India, still the curriculum that has been defined and designed for the LLM programs are not in adherence to the current legal needs of the society. Apart from that, limited specialization opportunities. There are tons and plethoras of specialization areas where an LLM aspirant can pursue their LLM. But in India, it is restricted to only a few number of specializations, namely constitutional and administrative law, arbitration laws, and contract laws and commercial laws and IPR laws, and obviously business laws. But there is no specialization like international arbitration, no specialization of cyber security, and no specialization in international relations as a field of specialization for um, conducting LLM programs. Then obviously the inefficient internships and placement mechanism causes a great threat, and that is why the students are willing to study abroad, because obviously the international institutions are providing them and guarantee that they will be able to have a prospective career, and they will be much better placed if they are going to pursue their LLM from abroad. Then obviously limited global exposure, outdated infrastructure, and all these informations are actually these challenges are actually very problematic, which are encountered by LLM students, and that is why they wish to pursue LLM from abroad. Moving forward, now, how these international law schools can attract India's growing legal market? This is a very important point of discussions, as how you as an institution can assist in grasping these LLM aspirants and providing them not only a systematic approach as to how they can shape their career, but also taking out those potential minds which are willing to pursue LLM but are reluctant and are not able to figure out a perfect institution to conduct that LLM program. So as you can see, these are the reasons how an international institutions can ensure that the current legal market of India can be exposed to the outreach and then can be utilized for getting enrollments in their institutions. The very first thing an international institution should secure is that there should be a specialization in the emerging legal fields. That will ensure that the students are more than willing to take admissions in these institutions. Then obviously the global exposure international legal framework is something that by default will be provided to the LLM aspirants once they are ready and willing to study abroad. Then the institutions should ensure that they have advanced research facilities and legal resources that is going to assist the LLM aspirants in finalizing their institutions, because this is a very important facility that has to be adhered to if any student is willing to conduct a LLM from abroad. Then obviously practical training and hands-on experience is something that all the LLM aspirants look forward to if they are planning to study abroad. Then employment and global career opportunities. Obviously, once they are willing to study abroad, they would obviously seek informations in regards to what are the employment and the global career opportunities that might be provided to you, that might be provided to them by these institutions. And this is where the international institutions can work and can collaborate in order to have a much positive impact on the current Indian legal market. Then obviously flexible curriculum and elective options, outreach programs like this are going to ensure that there is a positive impact on the current legal market of India. So in the conclusion, I would like to say that by understanding the India's LLM admission process, that how the LLM aspirants are getting enrolled in the national premier level institutions, you can obviously tailor your approach in order to now assist these LLM aspirants by providing them better career options, by asking them to study abroad through your institutions. Foreign institutions can effectively engage this vibrant market. As I have already informed that there is a need, there is special needs to cater these LLM aspirants in order to assist them in shaping their career. And you, as an international institutions, can obviously assist them in a much better manner. Offering specialized programs that match the strong academic background of the Indian students. And international universities can obviously enhance the global exposure of the top legal talent that is present in India's current market. And this is how, if the institutions are complying with and they are coping with the current trends, we can ensure that there is a positive outreach, and there is a win-win situation, not only for the LM aspirants but also for the international institutions that are going to be there present uh, in this outreach program. With this, I would like to thank you all for being present in this webinar. And if you would like to have any sort of questions, you are free to mention that on our email ID, and we will be more than willing to assist you in this particular setup. With this, I would again like to thank you all for being present in this lecture session, for this webinar, and thank you so much.